I'm going to start by tensioning the yarn in my normal way for both knitting and crochet. You will want it tensioned into the opposite hand to the one that you're going to hold the hook in. So if you're not normally a continental knitter, you will have to tension the yarn in the opposite hand to normal. I'm then going to pick up the needle and place it in front of the yarn and make a slip knot in the usual way on the crochet hook. There are lots of methods of working the slip knot, and that's the one I find most easy for doing this particular cast on. I sometimes use a different one, a simpler one when I'm just crocheting. So now we're going to work another chain into the hook, but around the needle. So we're picking up into the notch of the hook and pulling it through the chain loop that's already on the hook. Now we need the yarn behind the needle, and we can do that in any way we like. We can move the needle back, we can use a finger from either hand. The way I like to do it is just to flick it around with the hook. Because I'm moving the hook anyway, it feels most comfortable to do that, but there's no wrong way of doing that as long as you get the hook, the yarn behind the needle and you haven't loosened your tension. So now I can pull the yarn through the second chain and make a third chain, move the yarn around the needle to the back and pull through and make a third, round the back of the needle and make a fourth, and so on. For the Garter Lace Wrap Cardigan, I need a multiple of 3, so I will be working 24 stitches in total to do my swatch. Okay, so here are my stitches, and I want you to have a look and see if you can spot where I forgot to put the yarn behind the needle before continuing. Can you see 2 places where the stitches are not very even? Yes, that's right, it's here and here. So if you see any uneven gaps like this in your work, you can probably go back and unpick that, and you'll see that you've got a chain in there which doesn't have a loop around the needle. So that's what I wanted to show you. If you've got this area here, you will end up with a little picot type effect, which you won't want in your knitting. It's not going to be very easy to seam on the edge of the cardigan, and so if you get a big gap with 2 stitches quite close together after it, you know you'll need to pull back at that point and rework the remainder of the stitches because you didn't put the yarn behind the needle and never in front of it.